Guys, and welcome back to Karate Kid. Today I'm going to be reviewing all three Back to the Future movies, so this is my Back to the Future marathons part 1, 2, and 3. So Back to the Future part 1, or just Back to the Future, started off with Marty being in Doc or Emmett Brown's
Great Scott!
studio, or I don't know how to describe it, and he plugs in his guitar and it shoots him all the way across the room. And I watched this YouTube video and in it Marty technically would have died. So I don't even know how he survived that. And then he skateboards and rides on this truck, and then he goes back to his house and has dinner with his family, and then he goes to school and he's late. So he the school teacher's like, "You're hanging around that Dr. Brown again, Marty?" And of course he lied and he said no. And he goes to bed that night, and around 2 in the morning, Doc Brown calls and tells him to come over and see him in the JCPenney parking lot. And JCPenney must have paid millions of dollars to have just JCPenney blurry in the background. And then Doc gets shot down by terrorists, which is a little bit scary. I'm like, why? Why did they put that in there? And of course, he hops into the DeLorean, Marty does, and he shoots him back to the year 1955. And of course, Biff is there, his mom and his dad are there. He wakes up and he's at his mom's house, and of course it's weird because his mom is there. And so I'm gonna try to make this quick and brief so I can get through all three of them. So he's trying to get his mom and dad to fall in love again, or so that his mom doesn't fall in love with him, so that he doesn't mess up history and blow up the world. And so he does that, and he goes to the dance with his mom, but before he does that, he trains his dad to go up and ask to her. And so what he did was, Marty was in the car with his mom, Biff came in, beat him up, and then he went into the car with Marty's mom, and then his dad came over, beat Biff up, threw him out, and of course Marty's dad did it. And then Marty went to the town square, which at the beginning they said save the clock tower, which was struck in 1955 at that moment. And so Marty was going really fast, and he went back to 1985, and that was the first Back to the Future. This probably was my second favorite of the series. The second one is definitely my favorite. Third one, well, now that I think about it, I think the third and second one are tied for first. The first one is in dead last. So here is number 2 of Back to the Future. Number 2 of Back to the Future is set in 2015. And Marty goes into the future with his girlfriend Jennifer and Doc. And there's this magazine that says sports from 1945 or 1950 to 2000, and so Marty takes it, and somehow it gets into the hands of Future Biff, and then Future Biff goes back into time to give it to Young Biff, so Young Biff can become a millionaire, and then everything goes bad. So Biff becomes a billionaire from that, and then Marty wakes up and his mom is like all in this fancy makeup and stuff, and so it's in the future, and well, no, it's like future past, like it's set in 1985. I hope that's not confusing. Well, because in 2015 changed the past of 1985, and so then Biff, of course, is evil, and then he tries to shoot Marty, but Marty makes it into the DeLorean, and then he flies back, and he and Doc steal back the thing and change everything, and then Doc gets like killed but not dead, and so he gets sent into the year 1888, and Marty is in 1985, so that is the second Back to the Future movie, and this one is tied for my favorite. But now here is my last, this is the last Back to the Future review. So Marty wakes up and he's in 1888, and he's with his great grandparents and his three great grandparents, and then his great grandfather. I hope that makes sense. And Biff is there. Biff's great grandfather is there, and he's like a wild western person, kind of evil, not really though, but kind of. And so he tries to kill Marty several times, of course. What is up with people killing Marty? I don't know. And he survived through it all. And so then they have a dance, and Biff like falls into manure after he tried to kill Marty. And Doc and Marty were riding a train, and the train almost exploded, but Doc decided to stay with this girl he met in 1888, and sadly Doc did not come back, but Marty did, and he met up with Jennifer, and that was the Back to the Future trilogy. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you want me to do more marathons like this, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and please subscribe.